All right. All right. Welcome back to another edition of Cardinal Craze. I'm your host, John. Today on the show, we have Jonquis Hardaway. Jonquis, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
Of course, I'm glad to have you on the show today. I'm glad. Earlier we had kind of posted we had started to. We had some technical difficulties, and now we're able to get back into the swing of things. All right. So, like I had mentioned, or I'd asked earlier, everything's going okay with your family, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'm glad everything's going good. And you had mentioned that you're not able to actually go on any virtual, or you haven't gone on any virtual tours yet with the Louisville staff, right?
No, sir, not yet. We plan on doing it, but just not yet. We haven't done it so far.
All right. Well, that's good to hear. At least that they're, planning on taking on some virtual tours. And you had mentioned that you were familiar with the Louisville program because of Jair Alexander.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now, did you watch him in the NFL, or did you watch him back in the college days?
I still watch him a little bit in the NFL, man, but I was a big fan when he was in college.
Okay,
like
well,
game swag, the way he carries himself, the way he plays, his confidence. I was a big fan of him.
Well, that's great to hear, and I'm glad that you were able to watch him kind of a little bit of both, but he's making great strides in the NFL, and we're all glad to see that. What was your reaction when you got the offer from Coach Brown?
I was excited. I mean, because during the day, he offered me in the evening around 8 p.m. So during the day, I was texting with a lot of Louisville coaching staff. So it kind of wasn't a shocker, but I was very excited.
Well, that's great to hear. Now, I did want to ask, what colleges are trying to recruit you the hardest currently?
Tennessee came pretty early. Tennessee's my first offer, and they still coming pretty hard. You got Tennessee, Oregon, they're coming pretty hard. Pittsburgh is coming pretty hard, and you also have Kentucky.
Oh, you mentioned Kentucky. Okay, well, it's a deep-seated rivalry. I'll tell you that. So, just let you know now, they're not that great. All right. I'm just kidding for any UK fans watching, but not really. All right. So, who would you say is your game modeled after the most? Is it more modeled after Jair?
I would say I would try to imitate him. I'm a big fan of my top 3 cornerbacks would be Jalen Ramsey, Richard Sherman, and Jair.
Definitely. All right. Well, that's good to hear. And both of them, all of them like to attack the ball, and they all like to get after the receivers. That's great to hear. So I do want to ask, who is your biggest supporter?
It'd have to be, it's between my mom, my dad, my parents. They're very big supporters, man.
Well, that's good that, it's 100% support from both your mom and your dad. I'm glad to hear that. Do you have any family members that are actually pulling you in one direction as opposed to another?
You mean school-wise?
Oh, yeah, school-wise, like decisions.
No, sir, I really don't have any. Well, yeah, basically, I have a lot of uncles. A lot of my uncles, all of them they want me to go to the University of Georgia because it's the home state. But I don't really have any family members like that pressuring me or trying to persuade me to a school at such point.
Okay, well, that's good. I am a little concerned about that Georgia pull from your uncles, though. Now, I did want to ask, so outside of football, what kind of hobbies do you have?
I like playing video games. I'm very competitive too, man. So when I lose, I hate it. It ruins my day. I'm a big video game guy.
What system do you like to play on?
I play Xbox.
Xbox.
I think I could do a professional Madden tournament or something.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's very competitive. I cannot do the tournament style. Oh, no. No, as soon as I go head-to-head with a real person, I'm out. So let me ask you, have you played any football online, well, Madden-wise, with Coach Brown or anyone from the Louisville staff yet?
No, sir. We plan on doing that, though. We plan on doing that, definitely. It's hard for me to get a lot of people on PlayStation, man, so I'm waiting on someone to get Xbox with me.
Okay, well, that's good to hear that at least they're planning on doing that, and that's unfortunate you're an Xbox player. All right, so what are the goals? What are your goals for this year?
Just to build on last year, man. I feel like, at the end of the year last year, I was pretty excited with my performance, but later on during the season when the pandemic started, I feel like I could have did a lot better than what I did. So this year, I want to leave everything on the field. I want to leave the field knowing I gave everything I had.
Yeah, of course. Now, I do want to ask, how has COVID affected your training?
Training, it didn't affect me at all, that training. But like college visit wise, it affected me. But training, man, I was still able to go get after it.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear that you're still able to get after it, even with COVID happening. I did want to ask, what's it been like from your perception, the recruiting process, and has it been a little difficult not being able to actually go to the campus or go to some of the home games or even away games and kind of watch the actual teams play and having to sit on the couch and just watch them?
Definitely, man. It hurt me a little bit, man. For me to not be able to experience the game and visit, man, that's one lifetime experience. You know what I'm saying? Being able to go check out the campus and meet the coaches face to face and being able to be in the environment and the atmosphere. That's something I would love to do, but unfortunately we can't. But man, it's still great. I'm still able to FaceTime and communicate with coaches, so I'm just thankful for that.
Well, I'm glad you're still able to communicate with the coaches, and I'm glad that you're still able to at least watch college football. There was a point where we actually thought that there wasn't going to be college football at all,
Right.
And I'm glad that it's here, and I'm glad that we're able to actually follow through with what they had originally talked about when they planned scheduling. All right, so do you have any type of hidden talents? Like, are you a great snowboarder? Do you like to knit? Are you just like a great computer tech whiz?
I think I'm a good bowler, man. I haven't met anyone that can beat me in bowling so far.
All right. Have you gotten the turkey so far?
What'd you say?
Have you gotten the turkey?
Oh, no.
You haven't gotten the turkey? Okay. Not yet. All right. But is that one of the goals as well this year, is to try and go and bowl and get the turkey?
Definitely.
All right. Now, who is your favorite NFL team?
NFL team, I'm from Georgia. It was the Atlanta Falcons, but looking pretty rough this year.
Yeah, they're I think I saw someone post this is the first time that they've gone, 1-4, 1-3 in the past 15 years or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It must be very hard for you. I'm very sorry about that. But I do want to say, so have you watched any Lamar Jackson or any like Teddy Bridgewater down in North Carolina?
Yeah, definitely. Lamar Jackson, he's my favorite NFL player. Definitely. It's out of Lamar Jackson and Jalen Ramsey, man. Just all the doubters for Lamar Jackson and how they tell him he had to be a receiver and he was able to go prove them all wrong and win the most valuable player. Man, it's big. Oh
yeah. Lamar has had such a big impact on our city, on our state. I mean, Lamar's legacy will continue to go on into several generations from now, and I'm sure it's going to turn into almost like the Michael Vick without all the bad stuff happening with that situation. But for the most part, I do want to ask, are there any incoming Louisville commits or even active players who you're familiar with?
Kanai Walker.
Kanai Walker, okay. Yeah. All right, now is it Kanai or Kanell?
I call him Kanai.
Oh, you call him Kanai. Okay, sorry, I thought I heard that wrong. Yeah, no, Kanai is a great player. He's a great guy. And for the most part, overall, a great player, great recruiter. I will tell you that. He recruits like crazy. Has he actually talked to you or tried to recruit you onto the next? Yes. He has.
Yes.
Okay. What's his recruiting pitch like? Does he bring out all the stops? What's it like?
Just being able to tell us that we'll be able to play together, man. We train a lot, so we train together. I've been training with him with Coach Justin Miller, so we already kind of have a little chemistry going on, man. We do 2-on-2s together against certain people. And so, yeah, he's basically just been able to play with him longer than I am right now. Well,
that's great to hear. I'm glad that you two are such good friends, and I'm glad that he's training with you and pulling you towards Louisville. So for the most part, I do want to ask, what is your relationship like with Coach Brown?
It's a tight relationship, man. I've been communicating with him before the office, so it's pretty good, man.
All right. Now, we're not as familiar with Coach Brown's personality. Is there anything you could tell us or anything you could say that would kind of distinguish him in any sort of light? It could be good or I mean, it's really from your perspective.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's a big family guy, man. Like before we talk about football, you always want to talk about how I'm doing, how my family doing, and how's everyone around me doing. You know what I'm saying? It's more football comes second, but he just wanted me to be a better person and be a better man. So it's like a personal conversation we have. Kind of the relationship we have is personal. It's more than just football, coach, and that's very important to me.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad that he's a family man first, and it actually shows at Louisville that he puts family first. He puts the players first before the game. Now, have you been watching any of the Louisville games this current season?
No, I actually haven't. I haven't been able to check them out. Since I got the offer, I've been eager to watch them.
Well, I'll tell you this: it is becoming a very interesting season so far. I will tell you, they definitely need help on defense, and honestly, I would not be surprised if now with your game, I've actually seen a lot of your tape, been reviewing it. You are doing fantastic. I mean, you go after the receivers, you go after the running backs. I mean, you do everything in your power to protect that backfield, and it is admirable. And I truly believe that if you come out to Louisville, you could honestly start early. You could be a true freshman, to be quite honest.
Thank you.
All right. So, sorry, I just kind of lost everything for a second. All right. Are you planning on wanting to take any visits if possible? And, where would you want to go if you did have the opportunity to go see some colleges?
I mean, I was planning on soon as the NCAA allowed us to get back on the visits, I'm back on them definitely, because I was only able to. Right now, I'm sitting with 17 offers right now, but I was only able to take 3 visits prior to this. So I'm definitely eager to see what everyone I have and see what they have to offer. So basically, I definitely want to see Louisville. You got Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
Where else do I want to go? I want to check out Oregon, University of Oregon.
Okay.
And who else I want to see, man? I had a list, man. I can't think off the top of my head, but them two I'm definitely eager to go see.
Now, I do want to ask, what is the recruiting pitch like from the Louisville staff?
Just like you was telling me, man, being able to play early. You know what I'm saying? They like my body frame, me being a long cornerback, me being able, they feel like my body is durable at the next level. So just being able to go out there and play early, and that's important to me also, playing early.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Now, have they used any type of Lamar Jackson move, like, oh, you can meet Lamar Jackson at a home game or senior day? Have they kind of thrown that out at you?
No, sir, not on Lamar Jackson. No.
Well, that's unfortunate. That's what I'd use. But all right. So let me ask you, what was your biggest adversity having to overcome growing up or even playing football?
The Division I dream, man. If you go to school, you tell the teachers you want to be Division I. Everyone don't believe in being Division I. So just kind of overcome that, because it's a lot of finding backup plan. You tell them you want to be a national football player, it's a lot of finding backup plan, because it's going to be hard for you to make it there. So just being able to overcome that. My family did a great job of believing in me and bringing me up. So I'm good.
Well, that's good to hear. And I'm glad that you were able to actually get all these Division I offers, and you've worked very hard to get those. Now, I did want to ask, what type of situations have you been in where it's been kind of a question as to where you want to, or I messed that up. So for the most part, at Louisville, are you considering taking a visit sometime soon? Or, I guess whenever COVID's over, or you do want to go visit Oregon, like you said, and Georgia's been pulling on your strings, right?
Yes, sir.
Trying to get you come down and be a Bulldog.
Yeah.
So let me ask, what was it like getting that 3-star offer? Or I'm sorry, the 3-star ranking, not 3-star offer. The 3-star ranking, and then now potentially actually going into a 4-star ranking.
I mean, it's pretty good, man. But the stars, you can't get caught up in the stars, man. Because I done seen a lot of big-time prospects and a lot of stars get dominated on that field. When you get on the field, the stars don't matter, man. But it's good, man. It's kind of like a testament showing all your hard work pay off, so it means a lot.
Of course.
It's also a target on you, man. You get on the field, find a 4-star, they're going to target you.
Now, do your other teammates seem a little off-put that you've been getting all these different offers from these different colleges of D1 schools?
Not really. My teammates look at it as motivation, man. I got a lot of teammates that look at being a teammate of them, they look at me and see that it's possible. So they working harder just like me, just like if a college coach come down and see me, I'm going to make sure they see my teammates also.
Well, that's good to hear. Now, did you want to give your high school a shout-out?
Hardaway High School. I'll give them a shout-out, definitely, man. Shout out to Hardaway High School, all my coaching staff.
All right. Well, hopefully all your coaching staff will be able to see this. We'll be sure to post it on all of our social media platforms, so hopefully all of them can see it. Now, Jonquis, we're actually going to try and bring you back on the show later on during the year, coming into 2021, so that way you have enough time to kind of evaluate all of the different schools, maybe go on some virtual tours or potentially in-person tours once you've had a better idea of which direction you want to go. Now, I really appreciate you coming out on the show and being able to tell us what's going on. Sorry, we had the technical difficulties earlier and all that situation going on, but I'm glad that we were able to actually get through all that and be able to get all of it functioning. I'll be sure to post this on Twitter. Now, I'm going to end the broadcast here in a second, but we'll be able to talk afterwards. Okay. All right. Well, for the most part, I'm going to sign off and say, go Cards.
Go Cards. That was up.
All right.